Baez. Wow!
Oh, you got to be kidding me! You've got to be
They
kidding me!
stole a run. You have got to be kidding me. Javi Baez.
Keep going! Go!
Check away, and now the counter. Here come the Caps. Kuznetsov gets loose. Evgeny coming down the middle. A shot, and it comes in over. He scores! He scores!
And they start with a horrible snap all the way back to the 2-yard line, and the Browns bounce it into the end zone where they wind up with a touchdown. Of all crazy things, you don't go into the playoffs for 18 years, and that is the way it starts in the first 14 seconds.
Welcome to our live edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline in the BPTV studio. I want to thank everybody for almost 15 years watching us on Verizon Channel 32 in the greater Pittsburgh area. Smoking Jim's even watched it on his 92-inch screen in Monroeville. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 21, only in Bethel Park. They've been here for a few years since COVID. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching us on Facebook. Let me check. We're like at 6,468 followers. We're stuck at that number. I got my phone. I can check. Paul Haley's watching. Ralph Williams, hello, guys. We appreciate you. And we interact with you. There are no dumb questions. Look at what we ask each other of, and we never let the facts get in the way of our opinions, so you can fill right in with us. Thanks for YouTube. We're holding steady at 495 subscribers, and thanks for watching there. A cousin of mine from California said one of his friends was watching our show, and he said he thought we were pretty funny.
Oh, that's great.
Funny
that's
looking,
great.
or?
Well, he didn't mention I was funny looking, but he said the table to the left of you
Is extremely funny looking.
They were very, very funny. So we got that covered. We got promos here. I got this promo. I got to test Linda. She's been on a hiatus this year, taking care of reunions, family, traveling, boyfriend, Philadelphia, eating, restaurants, local establishments.
It's quite an itinerary.
I only got to the intro for her. The Bethel Park opening gala of the new Bethel Park Elementary School, 5655 King School Road. I drove by it just to see how far away it is, about 5 minutes or so from here. It's beautiful looking, and I still can't believe, and sorry to be disrespectful, how do you have outside classrooms in Pittsburgh, Bethel Park, Pennsylvania? Look at the rainy summer we've had. Whoops, I let it slip out. Well, it's an opening gala, Saturday, August 29th, 2026, 6 p.m. Tickets are $75. Formal attire, dinner, entertainment, and adventure. It benefits the Bethel Park Education Foundation. It's a 501c3. Join us for a special evening to celebrate the beginning of a new adventure for Bethel Park Schools. They invited me to be the 50-50 seller of the tickets. I explained last week, some people don't understand. You get 15 tickets for $10. $10 go in there. If 100 people get tickets, that's $1,000. You could win $500 potentially. I've sold 50-50 raffle tickets for about 10 years, and we've gone much more than that with different events. I will be wearing a tuxedo t-shirt. So check it out. 6 p.m., August 29th, 2026. And the food's delicious, I hear. All right, we'll be back in 10 seconds to see promos.
This is Elle Stravic with your Bethel Park Minute. The Bethel Park Farmers Market continues this Tuesday from 3 to 7 p.m. on Corrigan Drive in South Park, right next to the ice rink. The theme this week is Christmas in July, so be sure to stop by. The Bethel Park Arts and Music Festival will take place on Saturday, July 25th on Park Avenue from 10 to 6. Please take advantage of the free shuttle service from the main parking lot location at Bethel Park High School. There's also an opening night reception on Friday, June 24th from 5 to 7 with music and the premier artists at hand. Can't wait to see you this weekend. This has been Elle Stravic with your Bethel Park Minute. Dave, we went viral.
Stay back. I don't want to get sick.
No, you're not hearing me. Our post has gone viral.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is our shorts are doing really well.
They are really stylish.
I'm talking about our social media shorts. They're a great way for us to share content with the residents of Bethel Park.
So you're telling me we do more than just make amazing TV shows?
Yes, Dave, that's why we're called the Media Services Department.
So we're not just BPTV anymore.
No, the website, video coverage, social media, we do it all.
This reminds me of the time I learned that TikTok doesn't tell time.
There's hope for you yet.
Frank Fanera, owner of Olive Oil's Pizzeria and the Hillcrest Shopping Center on Route 88. Call them at 412-831-1900. Every Tuesday night, Olive Oil's Pizzeria provides the host and the amazing volunteer crew with an XL pepperoni pizza and a full steak hoagie. They are delicious. Olive Oils is proud to support Pittsburgh Sportsline and the volunteers at BPTV. Stay Joey strong. Joey Fabus died at 8 years old of brain cancer known as DIPG. Since then, the family has come together with community members to create the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. Since being founded, they've raised over $100,000. Go to jfccf.org to learn more about DIPG, to help spread awareness, and to see how else you can support and donate towards the fight against this dreaded brain cancer. Always Be Smiling, a 501c3 designed to help children and families in need of kidney transplants. The B stands for Bennett, whose memory is embedded in this organization by his parents, Kristen and Dean. Despite the challenges he faced in his 16 and a half years of life, Bennett always had a smile on his face and spread kindness to everyone he could. Now, Always Be Smiling wants to pass on that kindness. Go to alwaysbesmiling.org to learn more and see how you can support or donate to this organization. The Bethel Park Community Foundation has money for you. I'm Al Levine, trustee on the board of this great organization. The BPCF focuses on raising money to provide scholarships, grants, endowments, and more. Grant requests are available online from $100 to $5,000. You can also attend fundraisers or donate. Go to bpcf.org to get more information and to stay up to date on upcoming events. The Bethel Park Community Foundation, focusing community resources, building for the future. The Bethel Park Historical Society is a 501c3 that serves Bethel Park. The Historical Society operates out of the Schoolhouse Arts and History Center, located at 2600 South Park Road. Look for the red and white trolley right out front. Reginald's Coffee is inside, and I've heard it's the best coffee around. To visit this great historical venue, email historicalsocietybp@gmail.com. Thank you for watching the promos. Don't forget, t-shirt, tuxedo, and raffle tickets, plus good food. Only $75. New elementary school. Had to repeat that. It's a good thing. All right. We got Smoking Jim Frazier's here. He got all his gear for under $20. And he looks good as usual in there. What's on your mind, Smoking Jim Frazier?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green, you got the C, Levine. I tell you what, man, I've been hooked on.
That's it. The theaters don't have it anymore.
Oh, we got, I can't find this anywhere. This is the hardest ticket to find.
You know where they're at.
But I've been hooked on. I never cooked a day in my life.
I know.
But now I've made tuna, egg salad with
Hold
relish.
it! Breaking news.
Yeah.
No disclaimer.
Put it on toast.
No disclaimer. But if you don't cook, who's your dietitian telling you to eat that? Because I've been eating it my whole life.
Wow.
And I make it myself with Miracle Whip.
So Al Levine, the talking machine, how's the lovable losers doing? Are they 6 games and 7 games under 500? I told you after the All-Star break it was going to be a collapse. A lot of quitters in that locker room. Hand up over here.
Yeah, for Smoking Jim knows nothing about baseball.
Lovable losers.
They were
Wait,
the
can I
worst.
ask you, where are you getting lovable?
Yeah, they were the
Figure
worst.
speech?
Smoking Jim doesn't realize they were the worst offensive team last year. Now they're the 3rd best.
No, they're ranked 25th now. They're
Smoking
ranked
Jim.
25th now.
You had cataract surgery half a dozen years ago.
That was halfway through the season. They're
I listened-
25th now.
I listened to the game on ESPN last night.
Are you going to believe ESPN or me?
Yeah, 100%. Anything about baseball, when you hear
Wait,
a
they
guy,
get shut out. How they number 3?
they got 5 runs last night, and I watched it.
Wow.
They got their average.
Well, let me talk about something positive, Al Levine, the talking machine. I've always said
What, your subconscious?
the Pittsburgh Steelers have a team that is good as any team in the National Football League. They can go to the Super Bowl this year. I said, Al Levine, the talking machine, the Steelers should keep 4 quarterbacks. They proved that on the active roster because Al Levine, the talking machine, the one thing the Pittsburgh Steelers never have problems with is getting down to 53, man. Their problem is stopping, cutting at 53. There ain't 40 players that should be in the National Football League, but they found their number 3 receiver. Forget the boy from Alabama. I don't like no bubble on your helmet. So forget him. Forget Roman. But that white boy Widget. Man, Al Levine, the talking machine. I thought Billy White Shoes Johnson came back. When he ran that slant, I ran it back 32 times. When he ran that slant, the safety was right there. He cut inside the safety and went straight up the seams. Al Levine, the talking machine. It was a beautiful thing. I tell you what, he's the 3rd receiver on that team. Now, he can't return punts. See, in college, you run the daylight. In the pros, you got to create. He can't create. They had to bench him right now off of punts. But he would be my 3rd receiver, Al Levine. I thought Broderick Jones, matter of fact, the guy remind me with his speed of Steve in high school. I said, Steve out there making the return. I'm telling you, it was a sensational run. Al Levine, the talking machine. I thought Broderick Jones played well. I thought all 4 quarterbacks played well. Al Levine, the talking machine. And I tell you what, I'm so disappointed in Omar Khan, who wouldn't know a football from a beach ball.
You've said that for years.
Why are you paying all? See, Omar Khan don't want to admit he made a mistake in 2023. So he's signing all the backups to outrageous contracts. How you going to sign that bum on the defensive line that don't even start to the highest paid contract for a defensive lineman in Steeler history? You can't continue to do that if you want to win, Al Levine, the talking machine. What's that bum's name?
First, I don't want
Benton always said he hang around his buddies from Wisconsin. That's the only reason he's still on the team, Herbert and Watt.
He got a good first name.
What?
You don't even know. You're a scout.
No.
Smoking Jim was an NFL scout, Steelers scout, till they fired the black chefs. So I don't watch preseason games because one thing bothers me. I watch all these guys play and do well. I'm a Steeler fan, so if they do well, I'm happy about it. But I
thought you was a Packers fan.
When I was a kid.
Okay.
Till Joe Green got hired. But thanks for bringing up history and interrupting me. So I don't watch preseason because I always look at the competition. Now, when you see 98% of the players that played against the Steelers, and probably 90% of our players aren't going to be on an NFL roster. So when they're playing practice games, I like to see success. When I hear a quarterback that couldn't read defense at Penn State, run for a touchdown, throw 2 touchdown passes, and guess what? His footwork, here's a guy that knows footwork. His footwork, he was underneath his shoulders even when he ran, was better. He's 6'4", 240. He's a 5-tool player. Smoking Jim doesn't understand that, but he's a good athlete. So he should be able to do that. And then, Tony D from Keystone Oaks and St. Michelle, his wife, are in the house. Will Howard, double exclamation point. Y.A. Black is still soft. Tell your audience about your grandson, Nolan. Well, he turned 14 months, saw him Saturday. He's now 30 pounds. He's 100 percentile.
NFL.
And I'm teaching him to be a center since I was a starting center on my senior high school team. But, yeah, just to get there. But I was proud of Drew Aller, and I didn't see it to be surprised, but I saw the highlights. And he did something that even Rodgers struggled at doing, is leading a passer and completing a pass over the middle. So I thought that was impressive. Will Howard, he looked good, but he didn't look great. And guess what? Another practice game will be on Friday. All you can watch that. I'll find something else.
Celebrate Mason Rudolph. You keep forgetting him. He's the forgotten man.
I'm like the regular media that you don't talk about Mason Rudolph because he saved the worst streak in football. Mike Tomlin's never a losing season, which nobody even mentions it anymore. And Mason Rudolph, he's probably worth $11 million now, being a backup that's disrespected in Pittsburgh. And he came back to make another few $1 million. I salute him for being disrespected and putting up with it. All right, that's my little diatribe there. Thanks, Smoking Jim. Remember, he knows no baseball. Mike Rohde, I'm glad I found out that you love the Pirates. What's on your mind?
All right, I got 5 things on my mind. Couldn't
that
decide,
all?
so I'm going to do a speed round. First thing is, while I was watching the Steelers on Friday night, I couldn't help but thinking of guys like Lewis and Clark, Henry Hudson.
I know
even
them.
going back to Marco Polo, famous explorers.
That's 1,200.
This is what the Steelers receivers must have felt like when they were running through the middle of the defense. This magical, undiscovered country.
That was good.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, I've never seen anything like this. So they're way out ahead of their time. Secondly, somebody coined the frame death and taxes one time as the only 2 things that are for sure. Let's add a third. Christian McCaffrey being hurt in the preseason. Number 3, is this the least excited we have been for a Penguins team since Dick Tarnstrom was their best player right before Sidney Crosby got drafted?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, it's a dead present. I mean, all of the guys are old. No one's expecting anything. It's kind of a bleak future. For some reason, they don't even have much going on I think that's why they had to re-sign Malkin, and they don't have anybody in the minors. I don't know what's happened to this team. They had a decent regular season, but then it looked like Baldwin playing Central Catholic when they got to the playoffs. I mean,
That's been traditional though lately, Mike. That's traditional.
Oh man, they had a pro ownership, bolted for the door. They got a minor league ownership, took over. I guess there'll be a lot more T-shirt tosses, so there'll be a lot to look forward to.
That's always a fan favorite.
Speaking of it, now my next one is, I think I lost count. I think I'm on number 4. Central Catholic. Speaking of them, I think they might be worth watching this year. They've got 3 guys going to Penn State, Ohio State, Notre Dame on the offensive line.
Wow,
they got a quarterback coming back. They're up and down loaded, and that's saying something for Central Catholic that they're especially loaded.
Their recruiter should be working for the Steelers.
Seriously. But I'll tell you what, if you're going to go there, bring a strong stomach because there's going to be some serious abuse going on. They're going to win every game by about 48 points.
Until they get to Philly.
Yeah, right, until they get...
Well, you can't go east in this state.
It's going to be brutal. So, and then lastly, okay, put yourself in this difficult position. You're all excited for your new team's new stadium. You pay a ton of money. You get out there. You're giddy as you walk to your seat. You sit down, all of a sudden, there's a railing right in front of you. How did they let this happen in the Bills Stadium? And the Bills, to their great credit, come back with a classic Pee Wee Herman, which...
You might have to explain Pee Wee Herman smoking. He never heard of Pee Wee Herman.
I almost said the wrong quote. Pee Wee Herman was, I meant to do that. So let me back up on that joke since I butchered it. People sat down and they saw a railing in front of them, and the Bills' response was, oh yeah, we meant to do that. Literally. Now granted, I'm not sure what you say, but I would have just said nothing, to be honest with you. And the team says they had less than 1% of fans complain. Let's do the math. Let's say it holds 60,000 people. Well, that's 600 people is 1%. They said less than 1%. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll say 300 people. That's 300 people complaining about their seat. I for the life of me. And now I heard today their field is all ripped up and torn up. Again, they pull, well, that's normal. It's going to grow in within the next few years. So I tell you what, if I'm a Bills fan, I'm beside myself in anger and rage. Because have you seen some of those pictures of those people's seats?
Yeah.
Literally, there's a railing right in front of them, and it's embarrassing. How do they let that happen?
Hold it, can I reminisce?
Something that cost $2.5 billion.
When I was 8 years old, my first game at Forbes Field, how legendary it is, they go, Alan, sit here. There's a steel beam. I looked at the steel beam, and it smelled like a bathroom.
What year was Forbes Field built in?
1909.
There you go. What year was the Bills Stadium built in?
This year.
This year. So you'd think there might have been a few improvements by then,
was I a good sidekick?
Yeah.
Did I do well?
Yeah. Oh, outstanding. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
One thing I would never do, go to Hazelwood to watch Central Catholic play. I ain't going to Hazelwood for no reason, brother.
You mean
Would you go to Hazelwood?
You mean their home games?
That's where their home games.
They play in Oakland.
They changed it this year.
Oh, did they?
They always rent stadiums. They never get their own.
They say they rent.
When Marino was here, they played at Mount Lebanon Field. But Hazelwood built a beautiful stadium for youth football. And now these 300-pound slobs is taking over that stadium on Friday night. Hell of me to talk about. I'm not going to Hazelwood for anything, especially to see a.
I know a couple of people who have kids that used to go to Central, and they got a video sent to them. And
is Gladstone still in Hazelwood?
No, it said we're building this huge sports complex, and they had a 3D modeling, this big thing, and it says, donate here. In other words, you're paying for it.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, Central Catholic is quite a machine. There's no doubt about that.
When I was in high school, the best playoff.
What year was that?
Well, there was only one AstroTurf field. I don't count under the Bloomfield Bridge.
Mount Lebanon had AstroTurf.
That's what I said. That was the only one. But we always wanted to go in the playoffs and play, because it was a WPIL site at Keystone Oaks, had the best grass, man. Had the best grass.
We love that field.
Well, you guys never made the playoffs.
And let me just say this, one last thing about the Bills Stadium. And I know Chip disagrees with me wholeheartly. He's more of an old school guy than I am. I'm 50-50. They're talking about
66 years old in
they're
September.
talking about the grass. They're in Buffalo, Al. Grass doesn't grow in November and December in Buffalo. Every team should be in every new stadium that's not a dome is a throwaway of money. I'm sorry.
I agree.
You're paying a ton of money to watch professional athletes, the best there is in the world, do what they do, and you get a rainy, sloppy game like the Steelers against the Browns Thursday night a couple years ago, and you see an absolute disgrace of professional sports.
I agree.
So everything, I don't care, playing in the cold, I don't care. Everything should be in a dome.
I agree, 100%.
Well, we'll make sure people go back to this state and check it out.
There you go.
We'll do that. And Smoking Jim won't be traveling too far. His car is in the shop because it has engine trouble. 2 months, the light was on. I warned him about it because last time it happened, he needed coolant.
I got more than one car.
You never told me that. You said I know more than anybody else about you. There's no way you can have a second car unless a daughter from Atlanta brought it up here for you. All right. Teresa Mariano's watching. Bull Laura's watching. Paul Haley, good evening, gentlemen, from hazy, hot North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Ann Harder, Facebook is working. Yeah, we've had trouble. Glad you could do it. Olive oil steak hoagie looks amazing. Chuck Chief McElroy, he went to Central. Did Smokin' Jim lose weight to stay ahead of his sweeties? Bull Laura said, "Oh no, the Super Bowl again, Al." Yeah, his predictions were wrong for Baker Mayfield in Cleveland with Russell Wilson here, etc. Bull Laura, bad Smokin' Jim. Paul Haley, sorry we got a lot of interactions. We appreciate you. I'm glad Facebook is up. This gives me a distraction from Smokin' Jim making up stuff. Smokin' Jim, calm down. It's preseason against almost NFL players. Remember Kenny Pickett, the savior, 3 years ago? Bull Laura, Al was right. Ralph Williams is given the name. Keanu Benton.
Oh, man.
He's my straight guy.
Oh, my.
And Teresa Mariano's watching. Thanks, Mike. Michael's grandfather's watching. We appreciate it. Marco's grandfather. Let's see. Ralph Williams. Mike, Kevin Constantine had a boring system when he was head coach.
Oh, completely different. Don't get me started on that trap nonsense. That made the NHL unwatchable.
Our longtime
like
friend,
trees grow.
Smokin' Jim, Lois Brenner, is watching. Thanks for tuning in, Lois. Hope your garden's growing well. She's a great gardener. Bull Laura, no dome. That's for lightweights.
Hey.
We got all that covered. With no further ado, our cookies from Whole Foods guy, Steve Crisani, is here. What's on your mind?
Well, I wanted to talk about this first exhibition game going into the second exhibition game.
All righty.
In particular, the quarterback situation. I think that the Steeler fans have lost their way. Just listening to the
Explain
radio
yourself.
after the game, even before the game, it's as if they take sides. You have a group that's the Aller group. You have the other group, it's the Howard group. And it's like they're in competition. They want the other guy to do bad because they want their guy to do good. And I'm like, are you a Steeler fan or is this a Penn State, Ohio State / Pitt issue that these people have? If you're a Steeler fan, the best thing that could have happened Thursday night happened.
Yeah.
They both played good, and you want to see them get better and better because in the end, if these guys can turn out to be something, and one turns out to be a franchise quarterback, guess what that means for next year? That means you don't got to trade up to get a first-round quarterback there.
Good point.
Now you can get, you're going to need another defensive lineman because eventually Hayward's going to be gone. How about a receiver? Maybe the kid from Ohio State, okay? I mean, that's how you have to look at this.
Yeah.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
Good point, Steve.
How are you going to know if either of these guys
When they play.
when are they
Well,
going to play?
I
When
think
he's hurt.
I think when Aaron Rodgers gets hurt because the offensive line, if you saw that first series, Fontana, right around him like he wasn't even moving. And then you got Cook on the other side. You got Jones doesn't look good. You have your first round pick.
He said he looked good.
Who barely
I knew he lied.
did anything physical and is hurt. I have he's the one that said, cut him now. Remember? And I'm sitting there going, the line is going to be if that first series with Rudolph was Aaron Rodgers, if that happens in a game, Rodgers is not going to make it through the whole season. You're going to see what these guys got. And I think that's what's going to happen. Because the line's going to break down.
Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't waste 3 hours of my time. I've been saying my mantra since Big Ben's gone. You got 11 players. How about a good offensive line? Haven't seen it yet. How about a good defensive line? Still haven't seen it. And they signed somebody that shouldn't have been signed.
Right.
So you're feeding right into what I'm believing, and I won't be watching the second game on Friday.
You won't? What you got to do?
Anything but the Steelers. I'll watch the Pirates.
Well, they're looking at.
I don't watch
as
the
of right
preseason.
now. They're saying it looks like the two young kids are going to get the chance, one in the first half, one in the second half, and let them see what they got. And I think you got to do that in the last game too. You got to see, and then go from there. And then you're going to have to make a decision. Would it be nice to keep 4 quarterbacks? Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to have to
no
do
choice.
something.
Oh, hey,
They have no
Tony
choice but to
D
keep
got
4.
something for Steve. That rollout, it is good only in the preseason. Regular season, Aller will get the knockout.
What does that mean?
He's going to get knocked out when he rolls out.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like I says,
With that line.
it is to get them in there.
We're
He's-
feeding into the line.
I like clean-shaven quarterbacks. He's clean-shaven kid. I like
Well, that's because you shave with that razor blade that's rusty. Thanks, Smokin'. We appreciate your NFL and Steeler Scout concepts here. All right, Chief said, whoa, all right. Here we go. Howard is not Ohio State. Bull Lara said that. The kid from Ohio State is from Alabama.
Played Kansas State.
No, she means the receiver.
I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, Howard was
Come on, people.
was
Spell these things
K-State.
out a
You
little
mean
bit
it
more.
talks
Well,
about
they're interacting as we do it. I'm getting the feed now.
You mean the receiver or the
Yeah,
receiver
the
that's
receiver.
at Ohio State now? That's
Jeremiah Smith.
yeah,
He'll
he's
be
been
gone.
there. Yeah,
He
I'm
may
just
go
saying.
First, he may go
But
first
if
overall.
you were going
No, I
to
hear you.
move
she
up
might
to
be
get
talking
someone,
about the second-round draft pick.
All right, let me
Second-round
continue
draft
with
pick.
these comments. Chief, Bernard is solid. Jones played the whole game. Ralph Williams, Steelers re-signed quarterback Skylar Thompson. That's great
Did
news.
they? I didn't see that.
Bull Lara, Chuck McElroy, only Jim doesn't know that. Okay. A little bit in between there. We try to cover it all. Anything else? Sorry I interrupted you.
no,
But
we're
you
good.
pumped me up because that proved I didn't need to watch preseason.
I'll watch it for you because
Thank you.
I'll watch.
Well, text me if somebody shows like they can be a defensive lineman or offensive lineman. Give me a little heads up. No matter what I'm watching, if you text me, I'll go, this is important. If Smoke and Jim text, I'll go, when you get in the car. All right, what's on my mind? To me, the Pirates are still relevant because they're number 3 in offense. When Smoke and Jim's talking bad about a baseball team, you know you're on the right track because he don't know baseball. I've been watching baseball my whole life, found out Mike Rohde loves the Pirates. I do too, but I'm a disgruntled Pirate fan who's realistic. When everybody was telling me we're going to be in the playoffs, and I've been saying it since the beginning, we're a 500 team. And every team needs a complete team. Nutting only put a Band-Aid on the offense, and then they get rid of Azuna. We knew after the first game Azuna couldn't be here because they said he starts hitting in warm weather. We've had the rainiest summer in my whole life in Pittsburgh, and I was born here. The rainiest summer. So they got rid of him because they realized they made a mistake. Nutting never makes a mistake. He just outspends it by not spending money. I watched the Pirates last night. They go down 7-1. Then it's 7-5, 8-5. Relief pitching, total failure. Now, I was a baseball pitcher, and I was good back in the day. I'll brag a little in Greentree from Little League up till I started working at the press. One of the top pitchers in Greentree, because I pitched with no pitch count. I used to throw a tennis ball against the wall 30 feet away from me and practice fielding. And when dinner would come, my mother would go, Alan, will you please quit pounding on the wall? So I don't know how many days I pitched, but it was probably 7 days a week. And I had good records and struck out people and never had a sore arm. I didn't have all the technology and all the dietitians like Smoking Jim now, but I did have tuna back then. They were 8-ounce cans. He didn't even know there's only 5 ounces now in tuna cans now. He doesn't buy it, so somebody gets it for him. But what I'm saying is, you got the pitch count. Oh, shout out to Tommy John, may he rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
He made it to 83 years old. A lot of guys didn't realize that he was still alive. Dr. Job did the first Tommy John surgery. People don't even know. Do you know how many wins Tommy John had in the Major League Baseball?
Never heard of it.
Can you guess?
I didn't even know he was still alive.
Did you know he was a pitcher?
Yeah,
From his
surgery.
because of the surgery.
Okay. He had 288 wins as a
That's a
pitcher.
lot. That's a lot of wins.
That'll never
So-
happen again.
Well, they say that, but they're not going past 4 innings, so you're going to be
my
right.
point.
Yeah. Smoking Jim doesn't know this, but Mike, you and I do, and Steve does. It's not an official game until you pitch 5 complete innings.
Right.
So my thing is, my hopes for the Pirate team, I was hoping to get 82 wins, but if we get 80 wins and we're not 500, it's a successful year because Nutting spent money.
Or you a dreamer.
No. I'm saying, I'm going by results, buddy. We're 5 games under. We're 5 games under. We've been worse.
After being 7 games over. Oof.
That's nothing. We never had a long winning streak.
Well, like I said before, after the All-Star game, that's when teams really start playing hard. And the teams that got quit in them, like the Pirates, start falling back. Every year.
Well, Smoking Jim doesn't know
Ask the Guinness Book
baseball.
of World Record, 20 straight losing seasons.
Well, Smoking Jim, you don't know baseball. So Bull Lara said, no lines, Al, don't waste your time. Tim Kessel,
My man.
dang, just logged in, love the show. Tim Kessel, have to watch the replay. It'll be up there. Bull Lara, every sports show was talking about Jeremy Bernard. You can tell Smoking Jim that, Bama Barbie.
Yeah,
Paul Haley, O'Neill Cruz, cannonball home run, Pirates lead 2-1 after 5.
No kidding.
Is the same pitcher in that started?
Well, that's what's. I mean, let's face it. That's just caught up to him.
And
all
Connor
the
Griffin,
injuries,
yeah.
Griffin, O'Hearn. You know.
He doesn't know they
Cruz.
were top run producers.
Yeah, well, you know my feelings on that. They're this when it comes to runs. You know, they score
Yeah,
11
but-
runs the other night, then get shut out 2 nights in a row. That
Yeah, but
average is
guess
out,
what?
But it's
The
they've done it
average,
all.
you know, the average is 5 a game.
Well, and Barry Sanders' average was 6 yards a carry,
Yeah.
but he's run 60 yards and then -3.
So what if he lost 1,500 yards?
And that's why they never had a winning season.
Well,
so I'm just saying, it's
How many guys play on a team? I don't want to argue about Barry Sanders. He had one of the top amounts of yardage in a career, losing yards like you're saying. He wasn't just in the end zone in the reverse. Just had to put that out there for some sense. All right, that's all that's on my mind with these interruptions and stuff. We got to go with Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac, 10 seconds, with that terrible bull hat.
Thanks, Al Levine, the
my
talk
shoes.
machine. I wore my Bull Laura hat for Bull Laura. And
We don't believe you.
fan of the show.
Liar.
But this is mainly for Steve because he's a historian. Al Levine, the
What
talk
about me?
machine. You can listen in. You probably know about it. But
Then I'm a historian
Just
that
an
knows.
amateur.
But Al Levine, the talking machine, it was a small black kid that grew up in Texas, moved to California, had some scholarship offers, was state champ in track, and he went to junior college for 1 year. Had a little pirate in him. He quit, and he started playing semi-pro football. Played semi-pro football for 3 years. Supposedly he didn't get paid because that was against the rules then. He said he just got expenses. Pittsburgh Steelers tried to draft him, but he said he wanted to go to Colorado State to get a degree in business. Now, I don't know how you go from semi-pro from quitting community college to going to semi-pro to wanting to get a business degree. But he went to Colorado State, broke a lot of records. Pittsburgh Steelers drafted him pretty high, the 162nd player of that draft.
You got a lot of details.
Of that draft. But he went on to have a great career at Pittsburgh. He held the record for a long time, maybe still a record, 90-yard punt return. We know Weegan will never break that record. Al Levine, the talking machine, 8 years, was a Pro Bowler 1 year, defensive back, loved the clothesline, was the original number 26. But when he retired, he went to Mr. Rooney. These are the things that you don't hear. He went to Mr. Rooney and asked for him to make a loan, give him a loan to invest in his restaurant. And Mr. Rooney said, "What kind of restaurant?" He said, "Chicken." "Oh, yeah, I know y'all can make some good chicken." Al Levine, the talking machine, he was the first black man to franchise his restaurant. Had over 100 restaurants, but it started because Mr. Rooney invested in it. Nobody talks about it. His name, Brady Keys.
Whoa, I
remember
remember
Brady
Keys.
Keys,
Yeah.
So going back to get that business degree made it pay off. Over 100 restaurants he had. It was all pro chicken.
Well, Art Rooney.
It was better than chicken on a hill with Will, I tell you that.
You don't know. Did you ever eat that? I did.
I didn't eat Manny Sanguine's wings either, bro.
His barbecue's great.
Woo!
Smoking Jim, I've told the story at the Pittsburgh Press. I worked on the Post-Gazette.
Y'all eat anything.
The Hill brothers knew Willie Stargell personally. They would go up there on our lunch hour. It was between 9:30 and 11:30.
The pigeons wouldn't even eat that chicken.
Guess what? They brought us back some of the finest chicken, white and dark meat. Smoking Jim, they had white and dark meat that was delicious. I ate chicken on the hill with Will.
Mike said maybe it was pigeons.
I don't know.
Woo.
Thank you,
Now
Smoking
they don't
Jim.
have to go back to get their degree. They make so much money.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it.
They're millionaires, all of them.
Yeah.
But on a side note, the Rooneys invested a lot with their gambling money throughout the North Side and everything else. They sponsored many other businesses. They had a brewery, and they had a priest that would bless them all, and they did very
Did a
well.
lot in boxing too, right?
What?
Yeah, they did a lot of boxing promotion too.
And baseball. Art Rooney Sr. was a great baseball player and boxer.
Wow.
He wasn't always an old man smoking a cigar.
Wow.
Just
Seemed
had to
like
share
it.
that.
Seemed like he was.
That's a little history for a guy that doesn't know it. All right. We got Ragin' Roadie time in 10 seconds.
All right, I got another list.
All righty.
This time I got my bold Steelers predictions. Ready?
I'm sitting here.
Bold as can be. Take your selfies, Joey Porter Jr. while you can. He's out of here. It would have happened already.
I'm glad to hear
Sat
that.
around and let everybody else get his money. It ain't gonna happen. The same thing happened with when they offered Mike Wallace. Remember all that money?
Oh,
He said
yeah.
no, and they gave it to Abrams.
He's one of the money guys.
Yeah, there's only so much money to go around.
Big money.
I know they're not paying a franchise quarterback. Doesn't matter. I'm convinced his dad, senior, is telling him he's the greatest cornerback in the league.
Yeah.
And they can't live without you. Well, I got news for you. They're kind of loaded at corner.
Yes, they
And
are.
I think they'll be just fine without him.
They've been picking
So,
up all those
they're gonna-
corners
yeah,
and D-backs.
They're gonna make him. They're gonna make him expendable.
I like that prediction.
It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't sit out. To come back last 6 games, whatever it is now with the extra game, to get his eligibility.
Well,
But
sit in. He'd have to
he's
do a
gone.
sit in.
He's gone. So your starting right tackle is going to be Broderick or Broderick. I've heard it both ways. Anyway, it's
Broderick.
going to be Mr. B. Jones is going to be your
Broderick
starting right
Jones.
tackle. I think Dylan Cook, I was worried about it. Granted, it's a preseason game. I was worried the luster's going to run off after the 4-game, last couple games.
Yeah,
that typically happens with guys of his ilk.
You've
It's
seen
okay.
it. You've seen
It's
it.
okay. He's going to be a good backup, but Jones is going to be your starter. Then he's going to get a monster contract elsewhere because if the human turnstile from a couple of years ago could get $80 million, Broderick Jones is going to get probably double that. Probably from Arizona.
Open door Moore was spotted. He was spotted in Pittsburgh.
And that'll get him a compensatory pick in the third
There you
round.
go. That's exactly right. So, but
Thank you, Steve.
this is going to follow exactly what it did with Tennessee a few years ago, who had the most cap. Arizona has the most cap. Guess who their first guy is going to be day one? Broderick. I'm going to say B. Jones. So I don't know if it's Broderick or Broderick.
I thought it was Broderick.
It was Broderick with Tomlin. Now they changed it since they neutered him.
But but our guy, our number one pick this year, slots right in next year, so it's all going to work out. I think their line is going to be really good. I just do. I think they're going to
Mark
be fine.
this show down. I got to rate it down.
Offensive lines never look good in the preseason. Any team, they never do. And Green Bay's didn't. They just don't, particularly the first game. The last guys, because you know why? If you think about it, and actually, who was a guy, he played offensive line, Mark Schlereth. He said this, and it made a lot of sense to me a few years ago. He said, those are the least athletic guys on the field. The offensive linemen, the least athletic. They're the ones that take the longest to get up to speed. So don't worry about them in the preseason. They're going to be fine. All right, number 4. I've got 5. Number 4. This is TJ's last year. I mean, come on. That's why they signed Herbig. The reason they signed Herbig is because they can afford TJ because, again, they're not paying a quarterback, or they are, but not a $50 million a year quarterback. So they got money to throw around. He's not going to be back next year, only unless he comes back and has another 20-sack season. But let's face it, he's having pretty much his brother's trajectory, which is okay, but clearly going down. Hey, his brother finished his career elsewhere besides Houston. That's going to happen.
Good point.
with TJ.
The want disease strikes again.
They're really, they've got a lot of depth there. I think they are going to get the big 3, Highsmith. They're not going to trade Highsmith.
His brother went to Arizona.
Exactly.
You brought up Arizona. Yeah.
Everybody is convinced that they're going to trade Highsmith. It's not going to happen. They're going to keep him, and they're going to rotate Herbig and the Ohio State kid next year.
Sawyer,
Yeah. So anyway, and you know what? My prediction about the quarterbacks is, look, you can't. They would not have brought back Aaron Rodgers unless they had plans this year, right? And Rooney said it. We're not gonna not go for it all every year. There's no way they're gonna have essentially 2 rookies as backups. It's simply not going to happen because. Okay, if you lose your starting quarterback for the whole year, I don't care what team you are, you're done. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you lose Aaron Rodgers for 2-3 games, you need somebody to keep your head above water. When one,
Mason
maybe 2 of
Rudolph.
those games, exactly.
Good point.
So it's not gonna happen. They're gonna try to put Will Howard on waivers and bring him back for the practice squad. I think someone's gonna pluck him. Usually teams, it's kind of an unwritten
who's
rule
gonna pluck
from what
him,
I
right?
hear. They let it go. If they let, you want him on a practice squad, fine. But I think Will Howard is going to have a good enough preseason in this quarterback-starved league that someone will pick him up. Now, what I noticed the other night.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
That's where it'll be.
because they need more quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They only have
do.
6.
I guarantee you they will
They
snatch
love
him up.
Ohio
So,
State.
yeah,
Cleveland
maybe.
love Ohio State.
But I think
Good
he'll end
point.
up elsewhere. It's not to disparage him. It's just do the math, right? I don't think they're going to keep 4. They may try, but they're not going to be successful.
I'll
Again,
bet you a Snickers that they keep 4 on active roster.
I don't think they will.
He doesn't
Unless
gamble.
think
they
they
put
will.
one on injured reserve.
Mike doesn't gamble.
In my look, I think. Yeah, I waver on this. What I saw on Friday night last week, and we mentioned this before we went on the air, is I saw Will Howard play great. He threw to open guys who were standing there. I saw Aller hit guys in stride.
Yes, he did.
Right, and that's a difference.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Will Howard is a good. I think he's got a long career as a backup in the NFL. I really do. Now I'm saying this based on one preseason game. Come on, but my prediction is he will be a solid backup. Aller they assembled that guy at a quarterback factory, right? He's a monster. He's got a cannon for an arm.
Yes, he does.
I have a difficult time believing he's going to be the guy. Well, let's put it this way. I believe he will be the guy next year, but I think it's probably going to be disastrous results. And all these people who are saying, why do we have Aaron Rodgers? Let's just bottom out. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. That's what's going to happen
Or
next
Aaron
year.
Rodgers is going to come back next year.
Yeah, maybe. But
No,
anyway.
he
those
said
are
this year is his last year. He said it on McAfee.
What did
show.
I say?
You're a liar. You're a known liar.
You weren't here for my prediction. I'll
Yeah.
end with this. A couple last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, my prediction. They lose in an AFC Championship game, the Steelers, to the Broncos,
All right.
28-24.
Okay.
And it's a 4th and 9 on the 13.
Yeah.
And they throw a ball into DK Metcalf, and it's a questionable non-call for pass interference.
Wow.
And they lose. Or they would have went to the Super Bowl. That's my
He's
bold
repeating it
predictions.
again. Tony from KO. O-line, D-line equals silver footballs.
I
Oh
hear what he's
yeah,
saying.
that's the Lombardi
Trophy.
That's the
Yeah,
Lombardi Trophy. Yeah.
I think they're going to be vastly improved on both fronts.
He went deep. I had to let you guys fill
no,
it
that
in
went
there.
over your head.
No, well,
I think both.
he did get me on that because I'm still stuck on his predictions.
Trenches.
I'm agreeing with some of what he's saying.
I would
This is
make
insane.
that prediction of an AFC Championship game, but I didn't think the trenches were going to be solid, and I think they will be.
Hey, Bull Lara said the line is not good. Get rid of Howard. Brody is right. A backup at best. Rodgers is on Medicare from Paul Haley next year with me. That's Paul Haley speaking.
What do people want? Do they want him gone? I mean, what do you want?
I don't know.
Will Howard, he won the national championship, therefore he'll win us a Super Bowl. I just can't understand this mentality. I don't get it.
Well,
What do they want? Oh, get rid of Rodgers.
I'm not gonna be
Will Howard.
I'm not going to be mediator, but Steve was
Good
leading.
Lord.
Steve already mentioned what's wrong with our Steeler fans that Penn State and Pitt can't cure. Oh, no, something like that. Steve, what's your segment here about?
I just wanted to
Hold it.
basically.
Could you show these?
No, well, I brought them in for you guys to look at this.
Well,
but what I was
I wanted to show it.
I basically wanted to go over this wonderful Pirate season where Skeens has let them down. If he had been the Skeens of past, they would probably be right in the thick of it.
Good
The
point.
fact that their bullpen was so bad and the injuries and that it played a role. Ozuna signing was terrible. They should have went out and got another pitcher at that point.
A left-handed pitcher.
A starting left-handed pitcher. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Now we're going to go into a big question mark next year because there might not be baseball.
Oh,
Let me stop you
I
on
forgot
your
about
rant.
that. You're right.
When your rant, I think the pitching coach should be gone because Skeens didn't have this problem until this year. And then why does him and Don Kelly wait so long to pull somebody out of pitching? When a pitcher comes in and walks the first batter, I would be out on the mound because you've been warming up for 15 minutes to throw over the plate. Yeah. And they don't do that. Then you let them score 2 to 5, 6 runs.
If they don't finish at least 500, I think Sherrington's gone, Kelly's gone. You got to get rid of the whole staff.
I agree. Kelly should be
I
gone.
think,
There's
you
somebody
know-
in here with gray
They'll blame
hair.
the injuries.
Give me a
Sherrington-
manager with a little gray hair.
No, Sherrington's been there 7 years.
It's more than the injuries. It's 7 years, like he said.
I agree with
and
you.
the fact that bullpen to be as bad as it was, and then it's just, I think they have to go. I think that you need a real manager, number one.
Yeah, I agree.
Pay
Okay.
for it.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Everybody said, why didn't they get Francona? Because they don't want to pay Francona dollars.
No,
They paid a guy.
He
who's
didn't want to
basically-
come here.
He's a stats guy.
Yeah.
These kids run out with stat sheets.
Yeah.
Say, here's how you take this guy out. Here's how you throw it.
Walker.
Oh, he is.
Walker probably be
Hey,
the next
hey,
manager.
Rhodey, Tim Kessel. Great take from Rambler Rhodey.
BCCH
Bull Lara said, Rhodey is right.
All right, Bull Lord.
All right, I got to put this up. It's my on location, but we're not doing it. We're just rolling into this. Steve, talk to us about what Linda's going to put on the screen. Linda, are you there?
This was put out 2 or 3 days before the
Linda
World
getting
Series
this?
in 1960,
Linda, can you say something?
and it had the.
I'm picking my shot. What can I say? There it is.
I just needed you to say you're doing it.
It had the World Series rosters for the for the Pirates and the Yankees.
And tell
the
them
lineup.
who this is.
Well, who do we think it is?
Casey Stengel and Danny Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Danny Murtaugh should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he should.
So,
I didn't want to take it out.
Oh,
but
we
we'll-
could take it off.
You sure?
Yeah, we had it up.
Is that
Well,
your
yeah.
team on the back, Al? Is that your baseball team on the back? No?
In Little League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your little
So-
league team.
We had
The
less
reflection
players.
will be
Too much.
with the
Thanks for-
plastic is probably a little bit too much. But
Steve, I like your insight there. Hold that up for,
let's do the page there. You see
hold
the-
it for Linda. And camera crew. There we go. Look at that. 1960.
She took all the yellow out. She
And
took
then
all
you
the
got-
yellow out of that.
No, this was a souvenir. They packaged it. Unlike your photos.
Yeah, 3
on
days
Facebook.
before the World Series. This
1960.
Wow. Some great players
and then
there.
you actually have
Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
They're doing Daryl's team, so not mine.
Well, we'll put it up, and then you just put the camera on it, Linda. If the control room doesn't do it, it's not your fault.
Wow.
Mine's
Look at that.
So-
Nice shot,
Look
Linda.
at that team of winners. There's some winners there, brother.
World Series
leaders.
champs.
So you like I says it. I was in a little antique place in Kraft and Ingram,
Nice.
and came upon this and said, "Oh well, I'm gonna have to buy this." And
I
then-
appreciate you bringing it on Pittsburgh Sportsline, plus those cookies from Whole Food. I'm all sugared up.
That's beautiful, man.
Steve, thanks for bringing that in. Linda, thanks for the great shots on there.
That looks
that's
like
it there.
Roberto Clemente. Was he there in 60? Wow.
Smoking Jim don't know baseball. He proved it again,
Yeah.
folks. I want to thank all of you for watching the show. Thanks for Linda coming back. It's been months. She's a world traveler, taking care of family, people, reunions, you name it. And she came in to honor us tonight. We appreciate it. Plus the other guys, Marco and Michael. And we got Daryl here, a retired Marine, is helping us out. Thank you for watching our show. We got a little off subject there, and sorry to disappoint you with preseason because they make so much money on it. I'm not about the money. Please stay Joey strong.